Hello, anyone watching, and welcome back to AG Plays Yumina the Ethereal. Last time, began Season 3, planning on going with Yumina's route, and, yeah, defeated Tamori. We're now back on to Chapter 2. So, I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did when I was going through Ai's route, and, using the, walkthrough that I have here to get all the sequence events that leads to having Tamori's thing at the end, you know, club room. So, yeah. So, we already know that I've already seen everything, so don't even need to check to see if I can skip, because I should be able to, and if I'm not, then that's weird. So yeah. Let's get a tutorial. I'm a master at the Oracle battle system by now. Library. So I'm just quickly running through this, because then I'm gonna have to obviously go to the Oracle to train, because Ray's gonna be, I don't know, probably 63, 64. I'm assuming. Maybe. Actually, no, wait a second, he wouldn't be. I'm getting confused with what levels things would be. I didn't pay attention to what Mino was earlier. Anyways, hallway, Overlord Ray. Oh, the faces that their chibi forms make. Officer Principal, and then I need to go to the gym. I remember this part. When they're an amazing team. Oh! Mountain Survival. This should be interesting.
来週英語の小テストよね。今度こそ合格点取れるかしら。
Oh, I doubt it. Quizzes have no impact on your grades. A passing grade is only good for your own satisfaction.
ダメだよ。自分の力を分かっておかないと定期テストで大こけするかも。
Pretty confident I won't blow the real exam. I may need to get a C.
それが実現できるっていうのも一種の才能の無駄遣いだよね。
ほんと腹立つわね。あんたも一個くらい落としなさいよ。
We're in the cafeteria having lunch. There's 4 of us here. I originally came here to read a paperback, but Yumina and the others showed up after that. In the end, we decided to have lunch together. Sorry, I was just paranoid that Fraps wasn't recording my voice for a moment. I'm using Fraps, by the way. That's what I'm doing for any of these parts where I have Oracle training. So, basically until I get out of Jinbu Academy is going to be that. No, wait a second, no. Next part's going to be for just... is Tamori's scene going to actually be long enough, though? Probably not. Oh man, I don't even know. Actually, yeah, you know what? I should probably start recording this. Or, not recording, just timing it. Anyways, in the end we decided to have lunch together. Since we always do this, it's not very refreshing, but I don't dislike talking to them, so... As we discussed our studies over lunch, Mr. Matsubayashi comes to our table.
おお、ここにいたのか、緑下。
あ、こんにちは先生。何か用ですか？
I need some boxes carried.
お前の成績のことで相談があってな。少しでいいから、これから時間取れるか。
成績のことって。
About that, Midorishita. Sorry to tell you in the middle of the election, but things have gone beyond repeating a year now. You're going to have to drop out of school altogether.
私の努力が全部パー。
落ち着け、緑下。赤島もあまり成績のことで友人をからかうなよ。
Well, I know that, but, you know, it's a kind of greeting.
お前も結構低空飛行だろ。真面目にやればできるんだから。少しは本腰入れてみればどうだ？
He's got better things to do, like talk to all the people on campus. Ah, that's true, but right now you should be talking to Yumina, not me.
ああ、そうだ。 職員室なんだが、大丈夫か？
Goodbye, Yumina. It was nice knowing you.
あ、はい、すぐに行きます。
大丈夫？私もついていこうか？
平気よ、子供じゃないんだから。必ず戻ってくるから、待っててね。
わかった。適当にデザートでも食べてるよ。
Oh, Naoto. You see Yumina off with a smile as she follows Matsubayashi. Since this is about our grades, Yumina's face is set in a critical expression, but from the way Matsubayashi talked, it can't be all that important. We resume our conversation, never breaking pace.
歩夢くんってやっぱり真面目にやればできる人なんだよね。先生が言ってるんだし。
Also, what does this have to do with mountain climbing? Or mountain survival? I don't know, but even if that's true, I'll still keep doing it like this. I'm fine with being a low flyer. I try to avoid difficulties as a matter of routine.
たまには努力してみてもいいと思うよ。ユミナだってもっと仲良くしてくれるかも。
I've made more than enough effort when I was small. All that harsh training tired me out. Right now, I'm looking forward to a quiet retirement.
もう枯れちゃってるなんて。
赤島くんってよく昔のこと話してるけど。
What is it now?
厳しい修行とかスパルタ特訓とか言う割に結構楽しそうに話してるよね。お父さんのことは嫌いじゃなかったり？
That's what you think? You think I'm the kind of masochist who enjoys that kind of rigorous training?
いや、そこまでは言ってないから。
噂聞いてると否定できないけどね。
What's rumors? Huh? What did you just say, Tamori?
なんでもないよ。で、お父さんのことはどう思ってるの？
Okay then. We'll just ignore that then, I guess. That's difficult to explain, but I used to really hate him.
昔は？今はそんなでもない？
Come to look at things in a positive light, though that's only in hindsight.
反抗期が自然に過ぎていったとか？
No, I don't think it's anything natural. I wouldn't have become like this if I'd been raised normally. There was this incident when I was little. Naoto and Tamori give me a very interested looks. I start recalling an old memory. I was about 10 years old. It was about 10 years ago. My old man had given me yet another training course. That incident left a deep impression on my heart. That day, my old man took me to the mountains for a change of pace. Since I didn't get to play much at all back then, I enjoyed it whenever we went out somewhere. It felt as if we were going hiking. But I was naive. Once we got to our destination, my old man told me this.
よし、早速抜き打ち特訓だ。お前はここから一人で家まで帰ってこい。
Oh.
今まで教えたサバイバル術を駆使するんだ。それじゃ、俺は家で待ってるぞ。
That's the part where you follow him, Ayumu. Suddenly, a helicopter. Oh. He rented a helicopter just to leave Ayumu in the middle of the mountains. Suddenly, a helicopter showed up, and my old man got on, leaving the child all by himself.
ものすごい放任主義だね。
Oh man, gotta look up that now too. No, 2 S's. Laissez-faire. I try to be as educational as possible with my videos. An economic environment in which transactions between private parties are free from government restrictions, tariffs, and subsides, with only enough regulation to protect property rights. What? I feel like that's not the correct term to use here, Naoto.
っていうか、ヘリコプター？それはツッコミどころだよね。
But thank you, Tamori, for questioning that. I was at a loss. Then I thought that my old man really enjoyed making my life miserable. I had had enough. I swore that I would run away, find some prosperous family without children, and get them to adopt me.
それは子供の発想なのかな？
No. I was serious at the time, and I had to get off the mountain first, so I started walking. But my old man had taught me various things, so I didn't have any trouble walking through the mountains. That's what he trained me to do. It was a hard road, but I made progress. But then, in the middle of the mountains, I ran into a girl I didn't know.
女の子？山の中で？
Uh-huh. Apparently, she'd come on a field trip with her class and got lost. She told me that she'd strayed from the path and fallen down a cliff. But the thing that struck me most was the look on her face. Did I accidentally double-clicked, so I just make sure I didn't miss anything.
まさか、実は妖怪とかそういう類?
Nah, she was a normal girl. So normal that it was scary. She wasn't afraid or lonely. She never said anything of the sort. She remained expressionless the whole time. I found it a little weird, so I asked her why she didn't cry in a situation like this. She said that the reason was obvious.
泣いたってどうにもならないもん。怖がっても助かるわけじゃないよ。
That voice sounds like Yumina.
私はしっかりしなきゃいけないの。早く帰らないとみんなに迷惑かかる。
I think.
強い子なのかな。
I don't know about that. You could call her strong, but maybe she wasn't. She had sprained her ankle and she'd lost one of her shoes, so her leg got injured. And she still wouldn't cry. That's not normal for a little kid.
それで、歩夢くんはどうしたの?
Did you carry her? I was still sulky about being left behind like that, but I helped her after all. My old man had the first aid kit, so I collected stuff like mugwort and mangosteen and treated her with them. I also used insect repellent.
やっぱり子供じゃないよ、それ!
Well, my old man had taught me to do that. I knew it was weird myself, though. Anyway, we made our way off the mountain and I took her to the town hall. There we parted. I never even asked her what her name was.
赤島くん、昔はかっこよかったんだね。
Hey, I'm still pretty cool, thanks.
でも確かにすごいよ。人一人を助けちゃったんだから。
Well, yeah, I thought the same thing back then. The training was harsh, but thanks to what my old man taught me, I managed to save someone else. In the end, I abandoned my plan to find a wealthy family. I just went back home, back to my old life. Got more serious about training for a little while after that. My old man was surprised at my change in attitude.
なるほど。厳しい特訓にも前向きに臨めるようになったんだね。
Well, I tried to escape again about a week later, though. That's just how hard it was.
でも今はいい思い出になってると。赤島くんらしいね、そういうところ。
No, it's not. It's a trauma. Besides, how's that just like me?
なんだかんだで論絶部の仕事もちゃんとこなしてるでしょ。根がいい人なんだよ。
You think so? You think I'm a good guy?
そうじゃなかったら、ユミナの手伝いだってしないよ。留年はユミナの問題だし。
If I don't help her, she'll bite my head off.
ポジティブに考えようよ。山登りと同じで、赤島くんの力で緑下さんが助かるんだよ。それでいいじゃない。
There's little I can say back to that. I don't like having to go out of my way, but it's not in my nature to put the burden on other people. Of course, I also don't delight in others' misfortune. I wonder if it's that nature of mine that got me into this situation. Maybe I should try acting a bit more like a jerk in that case.
無理無理。歩夢くんにできるわけないよ。
Dots? Seems there's no escape for me. I have a sign and try to find the will to continue my work. Dots. Darn, I was hoping that Yumina would come back and be like, oh, that was me! Anyways. Classroom. Tamori-sai. Old building. The final line. Where Carrara gets hit. Classroom. Library. Then hallway. Then the girls' dorm. Then the classroom. Then the library. Piercing choice of words. Level 7. Wait, is that the one that I've been using for her? No. Actually, wait, is it in 2? No. What does that do again? Spirit attack for any enemy. You know what, switch that with that, I suppose. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to get level 7 things soon. That'll be fun. Okay, cafeteria. Sister Blade level 7. Skills. I'll switch with Independent Heart. It's a pretty strong attack there. Pretty strong. And now it is time for the training. Which means, into here I go. It's time to enter the article for some more training. Shall we swing by the store first? Yes.
よく来たな。
Hey, Amy. Me. Get Caliber, get Volcano. Get Fire Cloak? I think that might be I should have. And I have, whatever it was called, I would forget. So I don't need a new one of those. Get that, get that. Definitely, probably want to get that. Go that. Probably gonna need that. Get that. I will not upgrade Heartbeat Green. I feel like I would regret it if I did. Have to... Actually, though... No, wait a second. The threshold for how much I can have is rising, so... Should actually be fine. No silencer. Probably not buying all the things that I need to. Chinese Stasis, Blade Shadow. That should be good. Oh man, gotta... Wait a second to be... Okay, good. Still have enough points. Okay, and then... Wow. Healing alone. Jeez, now it heals a lot. Did I get a new healing all? No, I did not. Shining Smile. Ooh, 2 upgrades there. Can I get a new... Can I buy a new revival? No, you can't buy revival. Guess I'm... lucky that I found it. Subjugate. Probably end up just leveling up a bunch of stuff to level 7 now. Once I do things. Level up. Yeah. Can't tell by now I'm bad at multitasking. Things like this. Okay, that's better, so I guess I'll just keep that. Second, shouldn't these be... Meh. No, doesn't matter. Probably. Okay. Graded chain stasis. No, I don't have enough points. Okay then. Ayumu. New Caliber. New Volcano. Oh yeah, you should definitely have enough points probably. Did I get a new... Okay, no more of those. I got a new Fire Cloak. But Fire Armor is better. Great Power Split. Then Scepter. Did I get... No, I didn't. Punch Blaster. And new Null Silencer. Ooh. Hope I get new types of skills soon. That'll be cool. And can I buy new items? Oh yeah, I can. Cool. I mean, I'm not gonna buy anything right now. Probably when I come back. through. And didn't even spend that much. There's something strange about the town.
そうね。活気がないというか。
むしろ人気がない。
気になるな。何があったと言うんだ。
Use the extra dimensionals or the transdimensionals as they are in the article.
皆さん、お待ちしてました。大変なのです。
どうしたベリダディア。
村の水源に毒が。
毒？なんで？
敵対するテスタメントの仕業らしいです。
How dare they? What?
魔人族の候補者。私たちと同じ剣を求めている候補者がユプシラ様を妨害するために。
なんてこと。
ひどいテロル。もうあの天然水は飲めないの。
Well, I think we know what we have to do.
早急にその魔人族を倒すことだな。
Yeah, let's go beat it up.
私がダダの村に流れる水を一時的に止めます。その間に早く。
了解。
Dots. I feel like these cutscenes are just very short. Wait, but it didn't. Nothing opened up though. At least there wasn't. It wasn't like, oh, there's been a earthquake. It's terrible. Apparently, the demons have begun searching for the sword within the caves, and to interfere with Princess Upsilla and her efforts, they've poisoned the water supply. To stop the flow of poison before the town well is contaminated, those around demons must pay for this. You agree with me, don't you, Yumina? Very upset about this. It must be my nightly spirit. I'll use my powers to stop the flow of water to the town while you enter the caves to slay those nasty demons. Quickly, you must hurry. Range mod level 70. Jeez. Well, I'll see you in a bit when I murder some demons. So, yeah, see you in a bit. Well, I finished the thing about like a week ago, but I've just been too lazy to actually record. So yeah, basically that explains the kind of hiatus that's been going on for like the last week and a half, if you're wondering. I'm not dead. I just wasn't motivated enough. My heart didn't feel like pumping the blood necessary to allow me to speak. You know, something like that. Anyways, beat him. Also, I need to turn down volume a bit. Okay.
水を止めてて、フラフラです。
水を止めるって、そういえば言ってたけど、一人でやってたの？てか、できるのそんなこと？
I'm kind of interested in how she did it.
はい。私の能力で流体を操ることができるのです。
Well, she does have blue hair, if that means anything. I didn't know that. That's pretty amazing.
でも、あんな量をあんなに長時間扱ったのは初めてで。
Well, I apologize for taking so long then.
みんなのために頑張ったんだね。お疲れ様、ベリちゃん。よしよし、このユミナお姉さんが癒してあげるわ。おいで。
はいです。
Oh, Yumina's playing the big sister again. It's been a while.
だってこの子を見てると心配になるけど、でも放っておけないのよね。
同じ流年道に引き込むつもり？
そこ痛いところつかないの。
At least you realize it's sore.
放っておけ。本人のためだ。
Dots. Oh, yep. You have completed a quest to return to the tavern to claim your reward. Oh. I vaguely recall me doing a quest. And then thinking, oh, I should probably just mention that I did it. I think it had to do with either Path of Cracks or Key to Heaven, Niru Karuo. I think it was the investigation one for Path of Cracks. Although I don't think that this is the one. Yeah, it's a different one. Oh yeah, the flower. Remember that? Oh, falling back space. So yeah, I completed that quest quite a while ago, and I've just been too lazy to record that cutscene. So I was thinking that even if I am too lazy to record, what I can do is skip, like, create a save file at all the important cutscenes, or no, okay, here. Create a save before each time I go into the oracle, and create another cutscene or save before each boss battle, and then even if I don't feel like recording, what I can do is I can still like take the time to train, then I can save, beat the boss, and then like continue on to the next chapter with like the training and stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of. I was considering doing that when I was taking this little hiatus thing, but I wasn't sure. Seems that there are still some quests to do here, though. But I think I have caused you guys to wait long enough for this. I'm pretty sure I'm at a good enough level. 65? Yeah, that should be fine. Well, I shall just... I don't... Okay, I'm gonna save here. I don't even know what everything is anymore. Can I just log out? And I guess I won't be splitting up this one since it's been so long. Give you guys however long it might be, especially since I'm gonna have to cut out parts anyways, because you know. Should I buy anything? Probably have enough. Yeah, probably have enough stuff. And what about the skills? Anything? Just... Oh, wait a second. Skills. Yumina. What was it? No, medical alone, that's what. I forgot to add that on last time. I noticed that when I was going through the dungeons, and then I realized, oh, wait a second, I can't. Oh, this too. I realized that I am unable to... Or, once again, realized I'm unable to switch skills while in the oracle. So it made me sad. Anything else that's level... Oh, I'm not Cinderella, but no, I don't want that. No, nothing? Well, these two. Did I completely forget to go over Yumina's stuff? Also, wow, this is really far behind. Huh. Wait, that's lower. And yeah. Did I? I'm paranoid now that I forgot other people. Well, that's worse. She's not gonna get level 7 Rebellion Soul, because it's gonna be level 9 when I go back through, probably. Anyways, and identify skills, there's gonna be a bunch of them. See anything? Ooh. And it doesn't even increase the audience stuff, so we'll go with that. New Akashima volcanoes. And that's the same amount of damage. Oop, that uses it's logic damage though. Okay, for Akashima Storm. Akashima Divider. Nope, same or worse. And Limit Break. Should I? No, I don't even have Limit Break. Okay. Might as well go with that one, I guess. And what about these? Switch in with that one though. Won't bother with upgrading Akashima Gehenna, I guess. Did I get any Yumina Dynamite? They seem to be the same. Yeah. Anything on this page? No. Logical Labyrinth. Got a new Garden Guts, but that's the same. I want a new Revival though. You know, level 7. Although, actually, wait a second. Are there any Revival items? I'm wondering about that. Guess not. Oh well. That is different. And it's nice, I think. Pretty good. What should I switch it down with? In the dark, what do you do? There was all enemies, assault defense. There was any enemies, spirit defense. I'll switch it in there. Why not? Don't think there's gonna be any upgrades. No. Devastator? No, that's the same. Cryoban Blazer. It has Drain, and I forget what Drain does. Actually freeze the enemy solid, but it looks quite flashy. Also has the Drain property, yes, but what does the Drain property do? That is the question. I'm assuming it steals HP. But then I thought Blast was attacking everything. Actually. Anyways, should I switch that in with anything? Maybe instead of having level 6 Brandish, I have that, although it's not actually better. Let's see, 73, 81. Deals less damage. Oh well. Oh, you don't need the money, so I guess I'll just keep all the skills with me, and if you think that I should have them, then tell me. But I don't actually. Free heart. Well, guess that's better. Guess my eyes are playing tricks on me, and then I don't think there's anything better for that. And what about in here? Oh, Hydro Blaster does not deal much damage. That dealt more. And wait, didn't I already go through Ayumu stuff, or... No, I didn't, right? Don't think I did. Well, ooh, fire armor. That's worse. Okay. What about a level 7 Akashima Gehenna? No. Another power split, but everything's worse. Okay then. Oh yeah, I did go through Ayumu's already. Derp. And you know what I can do? I probably don't need more equipment. Should be fine. And you know, just in case there's anything. Although technically, have already seen this. I just forgot to use Sister Blade. I do have Sister Blade on, right? Should probably just double check. Skills. Sister Blade. There we go. Okay. Time to attempt to defeat him.
覚悟しろ。赤島歩む。
I need to get 61 approval rating. Okay, this should be the usual. So I need to... I don't think it matters who I use the skill against. At least it didn't seem that way when I was going through on hard difficulty to get Kurara stuff. But I'm not sure, so I'll try to keep Rei alive a bit, and I need to kill her. Just to make sure that I can use Shining Smile without her using all the green first. So, since Ayumu is up first, might as well go with... Actually, no, I want him to save stuff. Just so that I can get Sister Blade out of the way. I want her to save stuff so she can use Shining Smile. So, Blade of Shadow and Hydro Blaster.
好きだらけだ。
私が行く。
You think you're supreme, but soon you shall be... No, wait a second. No, Rei, I don't want you to be having a dream. Because we all know what happens when a character is having a dream in this game. Don't we? No, save. They have not enough stuff. Anyways. Okay. Just... No, wait.
ともりだって言っていた。昔のお前は今のお前より優しかったって。そうだろ、ともり。
そうだよ。昔のお兄ちゃんなら絶対にそんなこと言わなかった。
Well, and for once, no touching allowed.
せい。
That's his defense skill. Oh my god.
なんだと。このままでは。
Oh, Rei.
痛いの飛んでけ。なんてね。
Pain, pain, go.
わかっている。俺様に弱さは似合わない。
Well then. So I used it. Pretty sure it doesn't have to be the killing blow. So I should be fine to do whatever now. So... do you have enough stuff to use? No. Darn. Okay, I guess I just need to keep fighting with Ayumu until there's not enough red stuff for him to attack, and then he'll switch in somebody else. So if I use everybody else's colors, then it'll switch in green. Well, that's probably not the best idea, though.
弱者に権利など不要。それくらいなら。
Also, he's 63, so I'm at an okay level, I guess. You know what? Can you murder him? No, Brandish is too low. And no. Wait. And never mind.
ぼちぼち行くか。
Oh darn. Wait, why don't you just use all the color for once? Just make everything easier. Okay, wait. Change stasis. Never mind. Work this time.
ぼちぼち行くか。
Maybe. Not really working. Switching back in. Diselementaler. You know what? Probably the best solution to this problem. There's a lot of color and... Yeah, oh, okay then. Switching in the wrong person, whatever. Oh, wait a second, I have 66 anyways. So it doesn't matter. Ayumu, are you able to even... No. So I guess I gotta switch in... Yumina? Maybe? That really work? I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably. Well, no. No. Should be going fumble. What should I use with her, though? That. Probably should use... either one. This, I guess? Maybe? You know what? Medical alone, why not? I remember why not, because it'll end up lowering my approval rating. Okay, Ayumu, go back in. Can you use this elemental again? Yes, you can. She can't do anything. You know what? Try using Harpy Green. Switch in I. Yep, it says the forest. I was hoping that I would have enough for that. No, not even enough active points.
最後の一撃で終わらせてあげる。
Maybe if it was an attack all skill. Oh, wait a second, I think it is. Or gold, never mind. Oh my goodness. Well, Ray's dead.
痛いの飛んでけなんてね。
Oh, I really does use excessive force when she uses that skill. Wait, why are they still there? Well, Ray's dead, so I guess I can use Ayumu again. We'll be able to use this Elementaler again, but... Actually, wait, can you use Storm? No. Rebellion Soul. Sweet. Aww. Okay, switch an eye. Use Disruptor. Try using Blade of Shadow, and nobody else can do anything because there's not enough AP. And then there were two. Kinda wanted to use Astral Breaker just because. Sure, why not? I'm gonna win anyways. Might as well toy with them. Oh, and never mind.
ぼちぼち行くか。
And then there was one. Who gets the final blow? Do you have enough to use excessive force? Ah, no you don't. Darn. Well, Ayumu, you go ahead. And you just hit him with Caliber. Oh, poof. Da 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 da. Yay, halfway to the next level.
バカな。この 俺が負けたのか。こいつらに負けた。
Rude. Hey, we're gonna become friends one day, Ray. Don't be so rude to us now. We'll hold grudges. Ray seems almost paralyzed with shock. He no longer has his aura of kingliness around him.
そうだったのか。俺は共に。
お兄ちゃん。
You simply lost sight of what your real ideals are. You forgot how you're supposed to use your strength. That's why. The match is over. The assembled students swallow in anticipation of the announcement of the results. But I already know the result. Yeah, I do too, because we got over 6-1. I'm amazed at how broken Ray looks, and I admire Yumina's display of strength. All eyes are fixed on us. Then, the result is announced.
ご覧の通り、緑下候補の勝利です。
Yay!
やった勝ったのね私たち
Oh man, the impact of the yay, we won thing kind of disappears after the, let's see, you got Mino, then you have Ray, then you have Skawi sisters, then you have Nayuta. I've already done that done all of them 2 times on screen, and then, there's all those times I went back through for Karara's route, or tried to. Just kind of gone away.
全く無名な弱小部の代表が優勝候補の強豪を見事撃破。
Good way to put it, Karara.
ユミナらしい大逆転劇だ。ここからはきっと別の世界が待っているぞ。
もう放末とは言えない。人部チャンネルも取り上げざるを得ない。選挙運動もより大規模になっていくはず。
I see. But oh well, that's for later.
そう。今はもっと大事なことがある。
Celebration party, except not.
おめでとう、ユミナ。私の応援も届いたかな。
もちろんよともりありがとう本当にありがとう
よかった。私も嬉しいよ。
That's a question mark? I just noticed something amiss. Tamori is acting strange. She's smiling at Yumina, but there's no strength in her smile. I intuitively glance over at Karara. Apparently she was thinking the same thing, because our eyes meet.
ヒーローインタビュー。本日は論述部で活躍した緑下候補です。
Hopefully Karara has a good explanation, though, for why Tamori needs it too. Because all she did was cheer and say stuff. I mean, I suppose that could be kind of mentally draining, going against her brother and stuff, but she didn't really use her ethereal powers.
あ、いつの間に
相手が絶大な人気を誇る日の宮候補だったわけですが、論述前はどんな気分でしたか？はい、ですね。
As Yumina starts her interview, Karara quickly approaches Tamori. She takes Tamori's hand to steady her and whispers into her ear.
ともり、大丈夫か？
なんかちょっとめまいがするくらいですよ。ちょっとだけ。
そうか。なら休むぞ。肩を貸してやる。
はい。すみません。こんな時に。
おきつ、ユミナに伝えておいてくれ。それと、しばらくの付き添いも頼む。
了解。2人で他の試合を見てる。
Chief, what about me? Kara's moving to the exit of the arena with Tamori. I've already got a basic idea what will happen next, but I inquire just in case. Maybe my heart is rejecting the notion at some level. The question gives me an uneasy feeling, as if I'm taking a first, hesitant step. Okara's answer is pretty much in line with my expectations.
お前は私についてこい。
Yep, dots. We take Tamori all the way back to the club room. On the way, she got more and more drowsy, and by the time we got her into a chair, she fell asleep right away. I know what that means, so I asked Okara the question that's on my mind. So basically...
だけ。
Alright, guy, I hadn't even finished the question yet.
もったいつけたところで状況が変わるわけでもない。そもそも私に変える気がないからな。
But you're leaving it up to me?
そうだ。スタンスを変えるつもりはない。私は判断材料を与え、決定権を委ねるだけだ。それ以降はすべてお前の意志に任せる。
Make it sound like you refuse to take responsibility for the end result.
前回も言ったはずだ。私の言葉について弁明する気はない。無責任と思ってもらっても構わん。私を信じないなら、命令を。
It's not that I don't trust you. I want to trust her, that much I'm sure of. Still, I can't help but hesitate. Yumina Tamori, she's my friend, someone who has helped me many times since I came to this academy. Might just be a shared dream, but this means I'm going to have a physical relationship with her. I can't just accept without a second thought. It has nothing to do with logic. It's about what happened before and what will happen from now on. The more I think about it, the harder it becomes.
ある程度は待つぞ。じっくり考えろ。
I want to ask one more thing.
疑問か？
The same as last time. Just like Mino, her condition worsened and she fell asleep. This is no coincidence, is it?
論絶戦の影響だ。前は敗北のショックが精神に負荷を与えていた。もちろんこれは我々にとっては有利となる。一種の催眠状態のようなものだ。精神をシンクロさせやすくなるからな。
But Tamori didn't participate in the debate battle. All she did was cheer for us.
本来彼女にシステムを操るほどの適性はない。論絶戦に参加すれば、その分我々よりも多くの負荷がかかる。それが
Cut her off again. Getting into that habit. Well, then I have another question.
ほう。言ってみろ。
Yes, let's. Tamori doesn't have the aptitude, then how come she's a target for us? If this is about copying the abilities from someone's mind, then it should be someone who can actually fight in debate battles. If she's incapable of using the Ethereal system, then doesn't that mean she doesn't have any abilities? So why do I need to do it with her? Is this another thing you can't tell me?
残念だが、その通りだ。すまんな。
She doesn't look very sorry. She's behaving in a formal manner, like a company official signing a contract. See that? Since I've done Sakaue and Nayuta's scenes already. Like, well, Nayuta's I haven't like recorded the before and after conversations yet. There was nothing really revealing about why she does this. So I'm hoping that by doing all of the scenes, I'll get something. But she's not emotionless. She never once took her eyes off me this entire time. She's watching me intently, waiting for me to resolve any inner conflict. I can tell she's anticipating my answer. She's eager to find out whether I will side with her or against her. In which case... I don't really think it's necessary to save here, but I'll save anyways. Because we all know that I'm trying to get all the stuff. I'll do it. I'll have sex with her. I trust you, Chief.
そうか。わかった。
Besides, I trust Tamori too.
お前が、ともりを？
I remember what happened until now. We had a row with Ray in the cafeteria, and Tamori even said that I was her boyfriend. Prior to that, she seriously considered my advice on how to deal with her brother. She also told me everything about her past and how she felt about it now. At the time, she looked at me, and in her eyes, I saw an emotion I didn't know. Maybe it's not such a bad idea to trust her. Maybe it's not so bad to make her random outburst in the cafeteria come true for just a moment. Was that at the cafeteria? I thought it was in the hallway. Yeah, I've made up my mind. Let's get started.
うん。では、ともりと同じように眠りに入ってくれ。その後は私に任せろ。ともりの精神まで、お前を導いてやる。
Alright, I'm counting on it. He falls asleep very easily. Dots. And I found myself in a strange place. Actually, I'm not sure if place is the right word. That's because there's just a white void all around me. There aren't even walls or a ceiling or a floor. There's nothing here. Nothingness seems the best word to describe it. Is this Tamori's dream? I don't really understand, but I've got to find Tamori. I start walking without a clear goal. I can't really tell if I'm moving, though. For some time moving my legs, I notice a voice coming from far away. Is that a crying girl's voice? It seems to be a small child. I suppose that has to be Tamori. I start moving into the direction of the sound, trying to make speed. I wonder how far I've traveled. My surroundings are dark now. There's a lone girl in the darkness. I know who she is.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
She looks like my classmate Tamori, however, her voice is that of a small child. The girl keeps apologizing to someone over and over. This is Tamori's dream. I'm completely certain that Tamori is having a bad dream right now. The girl keeps apologizing. Did she do something wrong? Is that why she's been locked into this place? Maybe Tamori still has dreams about her childhood like this. This is the reason why Ray was so desperate to protect her. Ray was constantly fighting because he knew there were deep wounds in people's hearts like this. He was protecting his little sister all by himself.
ここからしてよ。
The girl in the darkness is hammering on the air with her hands, as if there was a wall there. This must be a different place to Tamori. Since I don't know where this is, it just appears as the darkness in her heart to me. Can't stand to just watch any longer. Are you okay? I approach her and talk to her. She shivers. She looks just like the Tamori I've come to know, but on the inside lies her wounded heart from the past.
お兄ちゃん、誰？お兄ちゃんも悪いことをしてここに入れられちゃったの？
Haven't done anything bad, and neither have you, Tamori.
みんなダメだって言うよ。何も悪いことしてないはずなのに。
Not everyone. Ray will always be on your side. When I mention Ray's name, Tamori smiles.
お兄ちゃんだけは優しいの。だから、お兄ちゃんのこと大好きなの。
I see. Tamori's heart is hurt, no question about that. But it's thanks to Ray's kindness that she grew up to be a nice girl. However, not even Ray could do anything about her wounds. But right now, thanks to the Ethereal system, I could talk to her like this. Tamori, let's get out of here.
でも、
Worried frown appears on her face, but I smile at her. It's okay. Leave it to me.
お兄ちゃんはどうして助けてくれるの？
Since her mind has gone back to that time, she doesn't know who I am. But that gives me a good feeling. It was Ray who always supported her, not me. That's why I don't tell her my name. I only tell her how I feel. It's because we're comrades, you and I.
仲間。友達ってこと？
Yeah, we're friends.
ありがとうね。
She bashfully thanks me, which makes it clear once again. girl like Tamori shouldn't have to dream a dream like this all her life. So I'm going to change this dream. I'm going to make it so she'll never have to have it again. Let's get out of here together. I take her hand and pull it strongly. Tamori still seems scared, but she nods and faces forward. Right. Doesn't matter where we are, I'm taking Tamori with me. She's a precious comrade, so we're going to a place where comrades like us should be. There's light in front of us. I instinctively embrace Tamori and rub her back, then the light envelops us. This is the club room. I remember closing my eyes against the bright lights. When I opened them again, I found myself in the, by now familiar, club room.
ここって部室？
Tamori? I turn around, there's Tamori. Her expression is different now. Its usual liveliness is back.
あゆむくん。あれ？私、さっきまでいつもの夢を見てて、それで誰かが助けてくれて。
Wow, that's cool.
その、助けてくれた人。あゆむ。
Oh, just I keep cutting people off. Ugh. I thought she didn't remember anything, but some of it seems to have stuck in her memory. You don't say. That sounds pretty weird. Oh well, so long as you got out of there safely.
そうだね。でも、なんであゆむくんが私の夢の内容を知ってるの？
Hope you got him. Tamori is smiling her usual bright smile. I feel a bead of sweat running down my face. Hey, don't worry, you're still in the dream. It'll be fine. Damn.
やっぱりあゆむくんだったんだ。じゃあ、それがわかるってことは、まだ夢の中なんだね。
Oh, well, I suppose you are. Now I know how a hero who didn't quite manage to hide his altruistic deeds feels. I hang my head.
それにしても、助けに来たのがあゆむくんっていうのは、我ながら納得の理由だな。
Huh? Why?
なんでって、夢なんだから、そういうところは察してほしいな。
That's easy for her to say. I'm not the one dreaming. But I better not tell her that.
またやっちゃった。
Again.
ごめんね。現実の方のあゆむくん。
お。
また私、勝手な夢を見ちゃってるみたい。
Well, things are probably about to get awkward. She smiles sadly at the ceiling. Normally I only see her cheerful face, so seeing her look like that makes my chest tighten up.
私ってダメだな。あゆむくんはユミナとお似合いだって自分でもわかってるのに。
Tamori knows whose route I'm going on. Me and Yumina, I'm not sure I like the idea of people seeing us that way.
また夢に勝手なこと言わせちゃってる。ごめんね、ユミナ。取っちゃおうとか思ってないからね。二人っきりでいられる夢なんか見て、しかも危ないところを助けてもらうとか。私の夢はどれだけご都合主義なんだろう。
Sigh? It's fine that she thinks this is just a dream, but what she's saying bothers me. She almost makes it sound like she thinks of me as... No, that can't be true. I can feel my heart throb. At the same time, I feel the kind of discomfort you get when you intrude on someone else's privacy. Yeah, see? It was gonna get awkward.
早く、夢覚めないかな。
No, we're not done yet. Is it that bad?
もちろん、悪いことだよ。たとえ夢の中でも、二人を裏切っちゃってるんだもの。
I really don't think you need to make it so complicated.
あゆむくんなら本当にそう言ってくれそうだよね。我ながらよく見てるな。でも、あゆむくんがそう言ってくれるなら、いいのかな。夢の中だけなら、甘えちゃっても。
You don't have to hold back on my account.
ありがとう、歩夢くん。
I feel like I'm gonna have to quickly cut it very soon. This time she smiles happily. The sudden change makes me feel a little uneasy. By the way, Tamori, aren't you acting a little odd?
そうかな。少しふわふわしてるだけで、なんともないと思うけど。
Uh-huh. Excited. I did catch some glimpses when I was fast-forwarding through this scene when I was doing the test to see if I could get on Yumina's route. And I do remember just one thing. So I am worried that it's going to end up suddenly appearing. Now that she mentions it, her face is a little red. Not because she's shy. It's a hot sort of red. Perhaps her condition in the real world is affecting her here too.
ユミナも夢だけだったら許してくれるかな。
What?
歩夢くん、わがままとか言っちゃってもいいかな。
Depends what it is. It's not so bad once in a while. Being the same all the time is so samey. Uh-huh. But Tamori sometimes says mean things in her lighthearted manner. She's a caring girl most of the time. If there's something she wants, then I'm willing to oblige.
じゃあ、キスしてくれる？
What? My brain freezes up. I was ready to humor her, but I didn't expect her to say that. Kiss? What?
あ、ひどい。そんなに驚かなくてもいいのに。
Sorry?
夢の中。今だけでいいの。歩夢くんと恋人みたいなことしたいな。
Me and you, lovers?
うん。歩夢くんがどうしても嫌だって言うなら諦めるけど。
Something like that. Of course I don't dislike Tamori. She's pretty and she has a nice personality. Besides, at this rate, I might have an easy time accomplishing my goal. Right then, we're lovers, just for now.
本当？嬉しいな。
Tamori gives me a bright smile, then comes up to me. Complexion is still the same, or actually, it's even redder now that she's a little bashful. She's really attractive right now.
恋人って何をすればいいんだろうね。デートは休みの日だよね。
And instead, you two are in the club room. Congratulations. Best date ever. I haven't really gone out with a girl before, so I don't really know.
じゃあ一緒だね。私もそう。
Yeah, Ray probably killed all of them. Before they could confess. It isn't hard to imagine why. Obviously, it's got to do with Ray. If it wasn't for him, a cute girl like Tamori wouldn't be free right now.
ねえ、歩夢くんは何かしたいことってない？
Me? Well, I think this is a good time to bring up my objective. Still, I find it hard to say this to a good friend. Even though I have reservations, I glance down at her body. Her body is quite developed. She wouldn't look inferior even next to a pinup model.
あ、歩夢くん、私の胸見てる？
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Only after I apologized do I realize that was an admission. Can't make any excuses anymore now. Tamori chuckles at me.
歩夢くん、私の体のことちゃんと気にしてくれるんだ。
Well, sure.
よかった。歩夢くんってちょっと他の人と違うから、ひょっとしたら興味のない人なのかなって思ってたの。
That's... Sorry, but I'm a male student in the truest sense of the term.
それならいいの。
She seems in a good mood now. I feel a little uncomfortable though, since she knows what I was looking at.
ねえ、歩夢くん。
Hmm?
エッチなことしてみようか。
Getting right to the point. Again, my brain stops working. I'm unable to look at her straight away. Move like a robot that needs oiling. Where'd that come from?
それは、その、ね。
Tamori's face is turning red. What she just said probably isn't something she can say so easily.
歩夢くんが私の体に興味を持ってくれたし、それに恋人同士なら。
She looks at me with upturned eyes, then she continues hesitantly.
こういうことするよね。
Guess they do at that. From a calculating perspective, things are going well for my purpose here. But more than that, I want to make Tamori's wish come true.
歩夢くん、恋人がすることしよう。
Okay, I want to have sex with you too.
私を求めてくれるんだ。こういうのなんだか嬉しいね。きっと相手が歩夢くんだからだろうけど。
Tamori,
歩夢くん、キスして。
I don't answer. I just approach her, embrace her, and bend down a little so my lips can reach hers. Yep, not making those noises.
やっぱり最初はキスだよね。
I don't really get it.
それでもそうなの。でもまだ足りないかな。
She smiles mischievously and whispers in my ear.
大人のキスってわからないかな。
I've heard about it.
じゃあ次はそれだね。
Well, I'll just cut it at that. Then see you either in a bit or in the next part, depending on how long, or if this part ends up being too long. I don't know. Apparently, there's like a size limit for how much you can upload on YouTube. Never had that problem though. Anyways, yep. Well, I ended up being an idiot and trying to load the I might have. Oop. I was just an idiot again. It doesn't matter. I don't think anything would have messed up that badly. Anyways, so I was just trying to load all of the parts of this part together in Movie Maker. And then when I finally got done the scene and went to continue recording, it just wouldn't work. It was at like 10 frames. I was like, oh, okay, I guess all the preparing stuff just is too much for my computer to handle at the same time as this, so I ended up taking a small break while I waited for it to be done. But anyways, that was a thing. Pretty sure I had some other things to say, but I forgot them. What for?
あの夢から私を助けてくれて、私歩夢くんにはすごく感謝してる。
I just showed up in your dream, nothing more.
そうだよ。だから私の中でそれだけ大きな存在になってくれてありがとう。
I guess that counts as a confession. I'm happy for it, but you should say that to the real me.
それはダメ。だって友達のことはちゃんと大切にしたいし。
She smiles a usual gentle smile. I see. Well, I must be going.
またね、歩夢くん。
Yeah, later. I walk away from Tamori. I feel my consciousness waver as I go. That must mean I'm about to return to the real world. I think on my way back. Tori might have another dream. Hope she will have the strength to save herself from that dream from now on. That's my only wish right now.
すまなかったな、緑下。
いいのよ、分かってくれれば。私もいろいろあんたに言ってたしね。
The horrible thing is that I don't know if I've actually seen this scene before, because as I've said before, I was doing stuff so it counts as being seen. It's evening and we're in the cafeteria. Ray is here too. Earlier today we battled each other tooth and nail, but now we're praising each other for our strength.
ババズレ、変態ナルシスト、偏差値マイナス、異常性愛、ピンクチラシ、シスコンキング、空気読めない、怪人ジャージマン。
Seems familiar though.
二人の間で交わされた罵声は数知れず。気にしていてはどうにもならない。
I'm not supposed to remind them, I.
言ってないの混ぜるのやめなさいよ、あんた。
You know what? I think I did see this. So we'll just skip it. You don't have to be Cinderella level 7.
2回戦
And I know I've seen that. And that. And that. Okay. Anyways. Time for the next chapter. Hooray! This one's the Sakaway sisters, I'm fairly sure. Right? Think? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so that means... you know what, I'll just save here. Don't know why not. But, yeah, that means this part is over. It's gonna be about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. And, I will get started on making the next part. And I will probably put into effect that plan that I mentioned earlier. I'm probably gonna end up needing all the other save files that are like over here. All these things. So those are probably gonna be filled up next time. Maybe. But, yep. So, see you in the next part. Sorry about the, like, week and a half long hiatus thing. I just didn't feel like recording. I was playing Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. Never beat that. But now, maybe I will one day. Already, first couple days of fall, but we don't need to get into that. If you really care, then that's 1, odd, 2, meh. Anyways, yep, see you in the next part. Bye.